Here's a question that might bother you a little. What if you're not broke because you don't earn enough, but because money is quietly disappearing from your life every single month, and you have absolutely no idea where it's going? Not to one big thing, not to some obvious mistake, but to dozens of tiny, forgettable moments that each feel completely harmless on their own. That's the money leak, and almost everyone has one. Most people think budgeting means suffering. You write down a strict plan, cut out coffee, say no to everything fun, and survive on discipline alone. It works for about 2 weeks. Then life happens, you get tired, you treat yourself just once, and the whole system falls apart. So you blame yourself. You tell yourself you're just bad with money. But here's the truth. You're probably not bad with money. You just haven't been shown where it's actually going. Because the real enemy isn't the one big purchase you can see. It's the 50 small ones you can't remember. Think about your spending like a bucket with holes in it. You keep filling the bucket every month. That's your salary. But if the bucket has tiny holes at the bottom, it doesn't matter how much water you pour in. It slowly empties while you're not watching. Those holes, they're things like food delivery 3 times a week, a subscription you forgot you were paying for, that "I deserve this purchase after a long day," the extra ride you took instead of planning ahead. Each one feels small, each one feels justified, but together they drain the bucket. Now here's where psychology comes in. Our brains are wired to ignore small losses. If someone took 5,000 rupees from your wallet all at once, you'd notice immediately. But if 200 rupees disappears 15 different ways across 30 days, you feel vaguely poorer but can't explain why. That's exactly how lifestyle leakage works. It hides inside the ordinary. Here's the shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, "How do I spend less?" start asking, "What am I actually getting from this?" Think of it as joy per rupee. Some things you spend money on genuinely make your life better. A hobby, a meal with people you love, something that saves you real time. Those are worth protecting. But a lot of spending is just habit, convenience, boredom, social comparison. You're not buying happiness. You're buying the feeling that you should be doing something. The moment you separate those two categories, something interesting happens. You stop feeling like budgeting is punishment, because you're not cutting the things you love. You're just stopping the leak, the money that was quietly vanishing into things you didn't even enjoy that much. That's how people reduce their expenses by 20, 30%. Not by living like monks, but by removing the spending that wasn't doing anything for them in the first place. So here's what you can actually do this week. Go back and look at last month's spending, not to judge yourself, just to observe. Find 3 things you spent money on regularly that didn't bring you much joy. Cut those or limit them to once a week. Then add one small rule for impulse purchases. Wait 24 hours before buying anything unplanned. Most of the time, you won't want it the next day. That pause alone can save you more than you'd expect. And separate your money. One account for bills, one for weekly spending, one that you don't touch. When the money is out of sight, it stops feeling available. And that friction matters more than willpower ever will. Here's the thing nobody tells you about money. It's rarely about how much you earn. It's about how much quietly disappears before you ever make a real decision about it. Plug the leaks, protect what matters, and let the rest go. Because financial peace isn't about having more. It's about wasting less of what you already have.